Beautiful people around the world, I hope all of you are blessed, well, and healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you guys' life, man. Hey, man, remember to love all, man. Spread the love around. You never know what somebody around the world is going through, man. And hey, we all got to die one day, man. We are here for a temporary time, man. So spend your time down here loving one another, man. Love, love, love. For real, man. I don't see color. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you look like, what you smell like. You know what I'm saying? How tall, how short, how big, how skinny you are, what your age is. We love all, man. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Spread that love, y'all. But shout out to Jerry that sent over this amazing request and told me to look up what are we doing to white people. Bubbles. I got Bubbles with me, y'all. Okay, Ash in the building. It's a beautiful, blessed day. And thank y'all for all the love y'all showed on the slavery video we did last week. We're gonna try to continue to do different videos for y'all every week, man. Just, you know, we still want to, and you know, put the music side on the channel, but we want to do everything, man. That's why I kind of take in sports, we take in a little bit of politics, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of everything, man. Educational videos. So we're here to learn and just love on each other, man. That's simply what we're here to do. But what are we doing to white people? Shout out to my white people. God damn, I love my white people. Excuse my language. No, that ain't a bad word though. I could be talking about a body of water or something, or a lake or something. I don't know. But you want to read this paragraph about this video? Mm-hmm. You know, I dropped out of school. I can't read. Nah, I'm just kidding. I did drop out, but yeah. Okay.
I talk about the rising tide of racial hatred against white people that some are refusing to acknowledge is happening. 6 minutes of this 16-minute video is a compilation of what people are saying about white people online. Take a look for yourself and ask yourself, where is all of this going? We can take a peek into the future by examining what is going on in this culture climate. Segregation and hatred of white people, sanctioned.
I think you said it right.
I think it's sanctioned by government and law. You can shout all you want that such policies are remedial
in nature.
In nature, but that does not make it so. It is not true that people of color don't have the power to discriminate against white people. It's just that we are taking advantage of the newfound cultural power and change in social dynamics to procreate this falsehood while engaging in active discrimination.
Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be a good video.
The schoolyard bullying often says, "I'm not bullying you," as he does just that. We're going backwards. And then the quote is, "History doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes."
Wow. History doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. Oh, I can't wait to hear this fella. This good Asian kind gentleman, Mr. Charlie. We got Mr. Charlie, y'all. It looked like this video, he only dropped like 8 videos when I was looking this up. So I'm guessing this video grew his channel to over 100,000 family members, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Sometimes every now and then it's rare that you'll see somebody on the platform that blow up like this and completely gain an amazing family fan base or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be heart touching videos like this. So I'm guessing this is going to be very powerful and heart touching. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you got anything to say, Bubbles?
I think what this song is that we're highlighting off of our own pain. So basically in our black community, we're still gnawing off that pain of slavery. Mm-hmm. It's just like, it's just we're using it as an excuse to act the way that we are.
Yeah.
We think it's okay. But
so we got Mr. Charlie, man. What are we doing to white people? And just want to let y'all know, man, before I press play, I love every last one of y'all, man. I don't give a damn if you white, green, yellow, orange, African, Asian, Indian, brown, if you wear a hat, if you wear no clothes at all, if you walk around naked, if you stank, I don't care. I love every last one of y'all, man, and I mean that by the bottom of my heart. Some of y'all laugh and say, hell no, Rick, they stank. I mean, you want to smell them stinking?
No, they probably watching this video and be like, you know, I'm gonna take a shower.
Yeah. Y'all go get in the bath. Go get in the bath. Some of y'all need to go get in the bath right now.
I'm still gonna love you regardless.
That's right.
Either you go in the bath or not.
That's right. We still gonna love y'all, man. God is love, man. Remember that. Spread that love, y'all. But let's get into it.
Talk about what we're doing to white people. There's been something going on for a while now that we're being told not to notice. More to the point, that we're asking white people not only to ignore, but to accept. The rising tide of racial hatred against white people. In the past decade, there has been a noticeable cultural shift in what constitutes acceptable speech as it relates to white people. Back when I was a kid, in the early 2000s, the mainstream American culture preached about respecting each other's differences and not seeing color. Nowadays, we say that not seeing color is racism, that you must see color. But the more I see how things are unfolding, the more I'm convinced that this is wrong. Back then, saying something offhanded about white people were seen as not appropriate, just as it would be to say something offhanded about people of any other race. But that soon gave way to our current times, in which there exists virtually no limit to what racial minorities can and do say about white people. I believe this is the natural outgrowth of a perverse ideology that teaches us that every societal ill is the fault of white people, and that whatever prejudice acts we may inflict upon them does not constitute discrimination because we don't have the power to discriminate. And alarmingly, this is particularly pronounced in the younger generation. But is it true? Do we not have the power to discriminate? Well, let's see. First, let's take a look at the racial hatred at the interpersonal level. In today's society, it has become somewhat fashionable to think things and say things about and to white people that would not be acceptable if it was said about any other race. We're being taught that this double standard is not wrong, that it is rather a form of empowerment. They'll attribute negative experiences that they've had with white people to their whiteness. You had an argument in line at the grocery store with a white person, they were acting entitled because they were white. A white driver cut you off when you were driving, they need to check their white privilege. Your actions, your conduct, and your existence, in other words, boil down to your white.
Pause it.
And ashamedly, at one
You need to check your white privilege. He's speaking some facts because he uploaded this in January of 2023.
Yeah.
Started this year.
Wow. I like this fella, man. Yeah, and then what I like about this fella, man. Yeah, he uploaded a couple videos and he ain't been back since 5 months. Yeah. He just let this sit on the platform. Let y'all feel him. I like this.
He's probably adjusting to what he just.
Yeah. I like this fella, man. I like his glasses too. Yeah, when you see somebody wearing glasses like that, yeah, they finna break it down to you.
It's a simple video too.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad.
Just sitting down in the office. And one of them Home Depot office chairs. Office Depot chairs. I like this fella, man.
At one point in time, this was how I used to think as well. And beyond the people in my circle, I noticed that many people of color have this sort of blasé attitude. An attitude most particularly pronounced when there are no other white people around. Things are being said not just behind closed doors, but out in the open.
Yep.
Not just between close friends, but between complete strangers.
Wow.
So here's the thing. This is something that I've experienced countless times, so I know that there are other people who are experiencing it too. I know it must resonate with at least some of you. The difficulty here is that no matter how many anecdotes I share, they are just that, anecdotes. And people who refuse to believe that this is happening will just chalk it up to my experiences being a fluke. Or worse yet, they'll say I'm lying. So I've compiled some TikTok videos.
Oh, great.
At the things that are being said about white people, especially by the younger generation, the kind of statements people wouldn't dare say about people of any other race.
Oh, yeah, I can already tell the way this video is going.
That's the first thing that came to mind because TikTok is the biggest platform where people just be talking about stuff like that. It's just like, oh, I just encountered this and this and this, and she feels so white privileged. Or, you know, like
Karen, that name Karen.
Yes.
Karen. Y'all, Karen, this thing she got it her way, Karen.
Like, but the thing is that there are Karens.
And I know some of the people that are actually named Karen out there, they hate that. Y'all hate hearing that. I know y'all do. And we have a lot of beautiful Karens actually subscribe to the channel.
Bruh, just for him to include
that actually have the real name Karen. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful name, by the way. You know what I'm saying? But what you were gonna say? My bad, Bubbles.
No, you're good. Oh my gosh, because I think this way as well too. Because he's talking about like when we're talking normally because there's no white people around. But when there is white people around, we act different. There's not like the same energy. So it's just like there's like a.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna keep it gangster. You know
She's speaking because we have our own lingo, you know.
Yeah.
And then once we're around other people, we don't. Wow.
Take a look at what is stunningly in vogue in today's society, and
Let's
ask
see.
yourselves, where does this lead to years down the line?
You have a token white, and you're hanging out with your friend group of color. You need to ask permission from everybody in the group to bring your white friend. Like, don't just bring them.
What the
You
hell?
might be in the mood to deal with white shenanigans that day. That's all I'm saying. And another thing, it feeds into their ego. Like, don't let them think they're a good white person.
Accomplices ask, how can they support Black and Indigenous people of color? And sometimes I really don't know what to say, but here's one easy way. Just don't have babies.
Women single-handedly caused the white genocide that they are so afraid of. With 2.25 billion Asian women and 500 million white men, baby, it'll only take 2 generations. In 2 generations, there will no longer be any blonde-haired.
These are some things I noticed about white American culture. Being grounded is a punishment to them. That's what they call punishment. The least grounded, least balanced, most destructive race considers being grounded a punishment? Yeah.
Oh,
They also say
hell.
really violent phrases. They say things like, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Why do we have to kill the birds? Why is everything so violent? It's almost like one's language and phrases reflects one's nature.
So that new Jeffrey
Bubba's-
Dahmer movie on Netflix is a perfect example of the sensationalization of white violence.
Oh
Bubba's-
man, these. I think that lady, that other lady was, and she was drinking. You see what she was drinking? She had something. She poured cognac in there. Yeah, she poured cognac in there.
Bubba's, we blame white people for a lot of things,
Yeah,
but we're blaming them for the things that we're doing.
yeah,
Like we're making it, like we're not acknowledging that whatever that we're doing,
yeah.
we're blaming white people, but it's partially our fault as well. It's your fault and it's their fault, but it's just like you need to acknowledge that. You can't just think white people are the problem.
And I just did a video day before yesterday, basically talking about, you know what I'm saying, you can't be responsible and accountable for other people's actions. You know what I'm saying? You know, he had used the example, if I'm a black man and I get killed by a white cop, and if the other person standing right there does not speak up that he was racist, you know what I'm saying? And we had a huge, and most of y'all seen that video, man. I was talking trash and all kind of stuff. I was mad, and you know, I feel like that guy, that it was a black guy, he was drunk. I feel like he was a drunk student, and yeah, man, it gets real deep. You know what I'm saying? And we can't take responsibility for other people's actions, man. Everybody is different in their own way, man. Everybody was taught different, and to be honest with you, hatred was taught. Yeah, they taught hatred. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just born. Oh, hell no, I don't like him. That fella got on black shoes. I don't like that black shoe fella. No, somebody said, oh, you see them black shoes? We don't like them black shoes, okay, Timmy, we do not like them black shoes. Yeah. And
it's the stereotypes too. Ever since that whole Karen thing happened on TikTok, that's been like a stereotype to white people now. Like anytime you see like an old lady, she could be in Karen. She could be just doing something nice, and she just got like, you know, frustrated.
Yeah, at first I used to laugh. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being real. I used to laugh at it, but then now it got like annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like. But
the thing is that not all ladies are like that. Like,
exactly.
We know older ladies that are so sweet, but it's just you just catch them in a bad moment and they just make a mistake, and then it's recorded, and now you're being given death threats. You lose your job. You do this and this and this.
Oh yeah, this is getting.
It's like.
Yeah, they get your license plate and everything, your social security card number and everything.
The person gets millions of views, gets money off of it,
and that's it.
Yeah,
that's raps.
It's terrible.
People have a much easier time sympathizing with white criminals People think these shows are harmless, but they actually contribute to a much bigger issue. It contributes to the viewpoint that white people are less violent than everyone else, and white violence is something to be consumed in media. That's it.
What is with Caucasian people and like their inability to like read a fucking room? Like, y'all act like you don't understand shit because y'all be the first ones during a conversation about the Holocaust to get so mad when black people be like, you do realize that the original Jewish people were black, right? White people do not need to explain to anybody about us all bleeding red because, baby, you all are the people that need to learn that lesson. Clearly, history shows that you all are the people that like to pillage and eradicate, enslave and oppress, attempt to suppress greatness because you all simply don't have it.
Right? Here go y'all cum goblins who don't even live in the fucking city. Which, by the way, the Q-tip people are the last ones to ever talk about somebody stealing anything. Y'all wouldn't be in this country had it not been for y'all stealing it. But y'all are more focused on people looting and trying to get necessities and things that they need. And yes, a TV is a fucking necessity thing. But you feel like you're better than because people are out here stealing and you would never. First of all, if you are a Mayo monster, that is how your ancestors got everything, from stealing. People are,
and that's a
Mayo monster.
Common among white women. You may have not intended that, but there are many white women who act exactly like you.
If you can find it in your heart this holiday season to donate to the Discriminated White Fund, you'd be helping millions.
Nothing says high protein.
What the?
Potatoes and cheese. Make sure you.
And nothing says caucasity like that right there.
What caucasity looks like. Roaming Asian grocery stores like
This TikTok thing is, I tell you, TikTok is crazy.
But wear shoes inside.
We're both white women. We are inherently a danger in spaces for black, indigenous, and other people of color simply by existing.
It's white cis men who are a part of the far right-winged ideology of fascism. That is a true threat and the terrorism to this country.
Bubba's.
If BIPOC stand in the street and scream at the top of
I feel like we're deciding all as a nation in our race to segregate ourselves from them. You understand that? Mm-hmm. You have to ask permission before you bring a white friend in a group. Do you see the segregation? We're sticking with our own people. Like, I'm sticking with you, the Indians are sticking together, the white people are sticking together. So we're basically segregating each other. Like we're making that a choice.
I walk in a diverse group. Yeah, I got white homies, black friend, Asian homie. We all ride in the same car.
Yeah, you
windows down and everything.
Yeah, you don't care. But there's other people that they need to be around their own people and not around other. We're segregating ourselves, Bubbas. Naturally.
Yeah, this world is going downhill.
And back in the day, somebody set rules for segregation, and we didn't like that. We wanted to all live together and learn to live together. Now that we've all learned to live together, now we're going back to old times. Just like he said, we're not repeating history, but it's rhyming. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I love hearing you talk, Bubbles.
Does it make sense though? What I'm saying?
No, yeah. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff right now. Yeah. I like hearing you talk though.
That's crazy.
You have a good point, Bubbles. Yeah. This world is going down completely downhill, and we're living in the probably the ending times. I would think. You know what I'm saying? Especially the way this social media thing is going, TikTok. Yeah, they didn't
be speaking their mind. They seen the craziest. Like what?
They done tapped into everybody's phones. They reading. They hearing what we saying. I can say, man, I feel like eating some Skittles today, and then I get like 100 Skittle ads. Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on, man.
You know what I've been noticing too on my phone? Every single time I download an app, it always asks me if you want that app to track your location.
Yeah, they
and I say, hell no. I click the no button. You ain't about to know where I'm going. So that you can give me McDonald's ads.
Yeah, they say. Yeah, they know. They say they.
But if I'm right next to one,
yeah. As soon as you roll past that McDonald's, here come that quarter pounder with cheese ad.
I I hate all white people. I want all white people to go die. Die, white devil, you cracker bitch. That's still not racism.
You're not one of the good white people. Stop separating us from the bad white people. Don't sit out there in comments and say, we don't claim them.
Oh, damn.
But that's the thing.
We are the ones raping people, the ones enslaving people.
And I'll say it. I hate being white. Which means I'm one of the good ones.
All white people are inherently racist.
Yeah.
Can you be racist against white people?
Based off of the definition of racism, yes, but it's not gonna hurt them and hurt their opportunities like it does people of color.
Well, technically you can. It's not like an issue.
You can't oppress the oppressor.
It helps you sleep at night. I'm racist to white people and I'm proud of it.
Why do people not understand that you can't be racist to white people? It's impossible. The system is not set up that way. You can insult white people, but it is not racism. Me calling a white person a tub of mayonnaise and a like flower-looking ass, that's not
Well,
racism.
we are being racist to the white people.
Take black people from their homes, shove them in on boats where a lot of them got diseases and died, told them where they could sit on a bus, told them which schools they could go to, which water fountains they could use, which bathrooms they could use, and that's sugarcoating it. Those are just terms. I'm not even describing all the disgusting things that happen, and they don't even want revenge. They are letting you guys skate by asking for equal rights. That's it? And you're still saying no? They are not as angry as they should be. Y'all are getting off easy and you're still saying no? Fuck you.
Some people look at that and chalk it up to the grumblings of the powerless. That's the idea that when you have a party disparity, the less powerful sort of has this general society given leeway to complain.
She put her whole heart into that.
The villagers complaining about their
She's not even black.
As the king making snide and crude comments about the villagers. But that's not what's going on here. Because although certain segments of our society refuse to believe this, even as evidence mount before our very eyes, in one side of the political aisle, people of color actually have greater power than white people. That is the truth that is not being acknowledged by the people that need to hear it, because this gets in the way of them wielding that power in the way they want, malignantly. I've heard from somewhere that politics is downstream of culture, and I think that is certainly correct. We have a mainstream culture that tells us it's okay to hold prejudice and hateful view of white people, and our politics is then infused with this energy, and we see active, overt, and on the books racial discrimination of white people that those who are perpetuating this hatred is refusing to see as discrimination. They'll say, no, this is remediation. These are the same people who are making tenuous arguments that some of our race-neutral laws discriminate against people of color. And this is certainly evidence that in one side of the political aisle, people of color have more power than white people. Because if we didn't have the power, we wouldn't be able to put into place practices and policies that does this. That's what power is. Things like Minneapolis local government agreeing to a contract with the teachers union that says white teachers must be fired first. New York City's government enacting a policy of having white seniors go to the back of the line on life-saving COVID treatment. A college professor that says white people should be killed and facing no repercussions. Cornell University banning white people from rock climbing lessons. One of many instances of liberal colleges doing the utmost to exclude and ostracize white students. BIPOC only events equal no whites, but they don't have the guts to say that, even though that is what that is. That's how this is different than the mere grumblings of the common villager. The villagers have surrounded the palace, demanding Marie Antoinette's head. The power dynamics have shifted. That is a fact. Progressive media outlets do not cover these stories. Some people out there have no idea that this is going on. But worse, some others out there know but agree with what's going on. And for those people to convince themselves that this is not racial discrimination, they play mind tricks and word games. They use phrases and talking points like punching up. You can't be racist to white people. You can't oppress the oppressor, meaning I'm acting oppressively, but I've designated you as the oppressor, so everything goes. Or Ibram X. Kendi's infamous words, the only way to remedy past discrimination is current discrimination. Or when people say things like, what we're doing to white people is not racism, because racism is prejudice plus power, and we don't have the power. They use all this mind-bending apparatus to delude themselves into believing what they are doing faces no moral conduct. But in the back of their minds, perhaps in their subconscious minds, is racial revenge. We experienced it, you experienced it too. See how you like it. That people of color are using our newfound power to act this way and then pretend like none of this is going on leads me to believe that we would have done the same thing that white people did were we to be in their historical position. Because such acts have its roots in human nature, not white people nature. And one can only imagine what might happen in the coming decades when the demographics of the US will have shifted such that white people will no longer constitute the majority, when the younger generation you've just seen have graduated from elite schools and hold positions of power in our institutions, our government, corporations, entertainment, news media, and so forth, how they might, in wielding the levers of society, be able to rationalize, using their adult brain, the hatred that was embedded in their minds during their adolescence. What we're seeing is just the beginning. To the white people who are watching, I just want to say, you are not an oppressor for refusing to accept an ideology that teaches people to hate you, that teaches you that you are inherently bad, that your children are inherently bad, that you are inherently racist no matter what you do or how you think, that you need to repent by taking affirmative steps in your life to redress harms that your ancestors may have done, or the racist actions of other white people. In fact, you are not an oppressor, period. You did not choose to be born white. Just like any of us did not choose to be born any of our race.
Did not, I done said this in a video before, man. God, Lee.
You didn't know you was gonna come out a black man.
Yeah, man. I didn't know I was gonna come out. I didn't know I was gonna. Let me break it down to you, but I didn't know I was gonna come out a black man with asthma, eczema. You know what I'm saying? God, leave. You know what I'm saying? Everything I gotta put ointment on me. So every now when it's the season change, I gotta put ointment right here because my eczema get bad right here. Yeah, didn't know I was gonna come out with that. And then I kind of grew out of asthma, came back and grew out of it again. Post-Fellman can't breathe. Yeah, man, we all was born with stuff we didn't know we was gonna be born. We were gonna
allergies.
Oh man, how did I miss that one? Yeah, be on here sneezing, coughing,
It's probably because you're not
mucus.
feeling it now. It's only seasonal, but
Yeah, mucus be coming out of me and everything. Allergies, them bees sperm all on the thing. Them tree sperm pop up. Them trees sperming all on the world, and I can't breathe. Yeah, I didn't know I was gonna be with all this and a black fellaman. I tell y'all, man, we colorblind, man. Just gonna be colorblind and love one another, man. Forget the past, man. Well, don't forget it, but you know what I'm saying? Just forget the past in a kind of way, man. That don't mean nothing.
I have something too.
Say something, Bubbles. I want to hear it.
I feel like the older generation, like our parents' generation, taught us they kind of taught us that hatred in ourselves.
In a way, yeah.
And that's why now that like we are grown, we're in our 20s, like we're able to think for ourselves. That's why we are the way that we are now. You know, I see myself too. I catch myself. My parents judge a lot. They see people, they talk about them, and in my thoughts, like whenever I see people, like whenever we go out and stuff, like that judgment comes into my head, and I tell myself that that's not nice, that's not normal, and that's what I was taught to always think about, because that's all I saw my parents do all the time. They judged people on their outer appearance, how they made certain decisions, so it kind of dims the light onto people whenever I meet them, because I'm already judging them before I could even get to meet them, and then judge them of their character, of the person, of their personalities. And it's just little things like that, whatever that you grew up around in your environment, that's why you're inhabiting it now as an adult. But we're trying to change that now, because I've been seeing a lot of videos, a lot of people having kids and teaching their kids right, homeschooling them, teaching them wrong from right. Like we're catering towards like your kids, like you have to be their biggest like role model in a way. And back in the day, they just did whatever. They had kids and they did whatever they wanted. You know, that's what I would say. But here we're really catering to being like a nurturing mother and nurturing father, and teaching our kids not to be hatred, like that hatred that we grew up on when we were younger. You know, and not to continue it on to our next generation. But I'm seeing the shift, but we it's hard to change habits. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's hard to take into what he's saying, because he's right, but it's not something easy that you can fix. You know, after doing the same thing that you've been doing. All these people have been talking this way for years, probably. And I don't know if there's any way of them changing their ideology, like he said.
Yep.
You know?
And to ask of you, at the individual level, for example, to give your life in service of people of color, to be used as physical barriers at protests, to give away your house to black people instead of your children, all actual things that have been publicly demanded of white people, to ask this of you is morally reprehensible collective punishment. You are not under any obligation to carry yourself in any sort of way that others demand of you just because of the color of your skin. This, you need to do this and you need to do that because you benefit from privilege thing is bogus. It is just a way for people harboring racial animus to attack you, to say that the accomplishments you've achieved in your life isn't yours, and to silence you. It is not you. It is this ideology that is wrong and perverse. It is one cloaked in a shroud of pseudo-justice and self-righteousness, all the while excreting toxic fumes of racial hatred. It blames all white people for the actions of their ancestors, something you have no control over, while absolving black people of personal responsibility for their own individual actions.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
That black people commit acts of harm.
I was saying it earlier.
For example, towards another community. That's the fault of white supremacy. White people are controlling them like puppets on a string. It's a backwards, transgressive ideology. If you don't harbor any hate in your heart but want to fight it as a matter of principle, this does not make you racist or bigoted. If you refuse to accept their premise in your head, but are too afraid to voice your opinion, you're neither a coward nor a bad person. If you're of a liberal bent, but there's a small corner in your brain telling you as you're watching this video that perhaps some of this is wrong, listen to your intuition. Maybe you think, oh, I agree with most of what the progressive left teaches about racial justice, but just not with some of this disagreeable stuff, only at the extremes. I'm here to tell you that the rot starts at the core. This racial hatred of white people is a natural outgrowth, part and parcel of an ideology that attempts to indoctrinate us into believing that there is current systemic oppression going on, that all racial disparities we see today is the sole result of oppression by white people, when there are other more plausible explanations to be had that these same people are silencing as impermissible hate speech. They're telling you, shut up, you'll take it, and you'll like it. But contrary to what they're saying, you don't have to take that. You can believe that the things that have been done in the past were morally wrong, as well you should, all the while believing that what is currently going on is also wrong, that we're going backwards. That this is history rhyming with itself. The table is turning in an eye for an eye manner. As the great Mahatma Gandhi once said, an eye for an eye will leave the whole world blind. But those driven by hatred would sooner gouge everyone's eyes out than realize that true victory for people of color would have been having history record that when the power dynamics shifted, we treated white people with a kindness that their forefathers may not have shown our forefathers. But now, it will say when we gained the power, we turned around and started doing some of the same stuff to white people. Segregation, social ostracization, hatred sanctioned by government and law. And we're doing all of this while pretending like we're doing something valiant. We've missed our bus. But that doesn't mean that there can't be a course correction.
Yeah.
So, to some people of color watching who are engaging in this sort of hatred, whether or not you're acutely aware, the same people that act like white people as a collective are not people, but rather some pernicious alien force that has come to invade the earth. With this video, I implore you to ask yourself, what are we doing to white people? As some people love to say, do better.
Wow.
Happy New Year, everyone. I hope that this new year brings you love, joy.
I like this fella, man.
Thank you.
2022 was a really difficult year.
I like this fella, man.
Difficult times were interspersed.
I like this fella, Bubbles.
Some of the happiest moments of my life, actually. So I'm grateful for 2022.
Blessings, man. Blessings. I like this fella, man. Powerful video, man. I tell you. And a lot of the stuff he done said, I done said in previous videos. And I want y'all to know, man. Love each other, man. I don't see color. You know what I'm saying? I told you, a fella man over here is colorblind as hell. I don't know what, you know. Bubbles could be green. I can't see over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what your color is, what you look like, what you did in your past. I don't care what kind of car you drive. I don't care if you did this, that. Man, I want to tell you that I love you, man. And this world is, you know what I'm saying, it's pretty messed up, man. We going backwards in a way. And a lot of this came from when the reason we're going backwards in a way is because of social media. You know what I'm saying? These apps, TikTok, and the fact that you can get on an app and literally see somebody across the world post a video or have an opinion or post somebody getting shot or killed, you know what I'm saying, or using very hateful words. Yeah, it's tough, man. You know, it's tough to take in, and can't be accountable for nobody's actions. Nobody's you know what I'm saying, responsible for what nobody does. You know what I'm saying? That's just life. But I want to let y'all know before we get out of here, man, is just love each other, man. Spread the love, be kind to one another, and care for one another, man.
I have one more thing I want to say too.
Say one more thing, Bubbles. What you got to say?
I want to say too, because like nowadays I feel like I can't mix with people anymore. Like, obviously he's my best friend.
Hey, how you doing?
You're my best friend.
I love you too.
But I don't really have friends down here because I'm not able to mix with this generation at all. Like, there's no unity at all. There's always groups, and I just don't partake into the groups because then it's just like, it's the cool people, it's this, it's that. It's just like, it's like high school, but now we're like instead of like calling them the cool people or whatever, it's segregation. You know, that's the white people, the Mexicans, the blacks, the Indians. It's just like, that's why I don't really have a lot of friends, and I feel like that for you too. You know, it's just like a lot of people are not mixing, and that's the point of like having different people as friends, different races. You get to see their lives in their light, and not always have this stereotypical like, oh, they're white. But it's made me not want to even indulge into what our generation is going into right now, what he was talking about. So I'd rather just stick by myself until the right people come around, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll be fine until then, until I find the right people that are of my energy and have the same understanding and not wanting to continue what he was saying. And that's what I see a lot in a lot of people. That's why I don't involve myself into their life, knowing, you know, of their certain views.
No, I didn't. Some of y'all on the channel, y'all know I love y'all, man.
Yeah.
We're friends, we're family.
Oh, yeah.
And I've indulged in y'all life, man, because I've been through dark times, man, losing loved ones, and I've come to realize, you know, I'm not alone, and that y'all love me, and I love y'all, man. So but as far as, you know, what she was saying in person, like down here in Texas where we're at, I don't really got nobody I can, you know what I'm saying, probably about 2 or 3 people I can really call for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be around no negativity. I don't want to be around no hate. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but love over here, man. Nothing but love. You feel me? So that's why I really appreciate y'all across the world, people that have these same similar views, man, to just love each other, man. You know, and like I say, most of the people on this channel is kind of that way. We get every now and then we get them hate comments and people that just be completely out of it. And you know what I'm saying? We still love you too. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I want to let y'all know is love each other, man.
Yeah, just be nice to everybody. And until you can find the same person with your same energy, just like what's your name?
Come on, man. You snapping too much, man. Get it out. Get it out.
I'm trying to remember.
You don't know. You don't know.
Kathy and 70s girl.
Yeah.
They're like best friends now.
Them my people. Yeah, we done bought them together. Christian, Kathy, 70s girl. Yeah, we done bought them 3 amigos together, and many more people are coming together because they watch this channel.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's a beautiful thing. I love to see that we've created friendships, and now they're going to be able to stay in contact for the rest of their lives.
That's a blessing. Spread that love, y'all. We done brought people together on this channel, man.
And that's amazing.
But we love y'all. Thank y'all for stopping by. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful day. I hope the kids as well, your friends, your neighbors, the strangers, everybody's well, blessed, and healthy, and that you all receive many, many blessings in the near future, man. More success and more growth and more opportunities. Y'all have a beautiful day, and we love y'all, man. Peace and love, y'all.